welcome to, hold on, Liber Novus, Chapter 5, Part 3, Back in Time.
That would be a cue the theme from Men in Black 3, the shitty one by Pitbull.
Man, I love that. All right, I'm not getting distracted in my pitbull. I have a pitbull theory. My theory of pitbull.
Pitbull. You have a pitfall.
Yeah. It is a pitfall. No, I'm not going to go into that right now. So, but welcome. I'm Ben Hatton. I am the GM for this actual play role playing stream that uses
Stroll playing
that uses the Savage Worlds system. We play in a homebrewed urban fantasy world where everything we sort of know happened. But in the background, there were ghosts and goblins and demons and demogorgons and sphinxes and spheres. Those don't.
And one specific guy who just keeps on showing up everywhere.
And one specific guy. Several specific guys who keep showing up everywhere, in fact. Our players are members of the 1001, which is an organization of these Mysteria. That's what the Shadow World is called. Of the 1001 is an organization led by Morrison Lemire, and it's just 1001 people whose goal is to keep things strange, keep the stories going, etc., etc. Why don't we take a minute and introduce ourselves? We will start directly above me with the person who just said no. That's what you get for saying no.
Hi, my name is DJ. I play David Sawyer. Everyman ex-photojournalist, now just photographer, who was in Baltimore in the wrong place in Baltimore at the wrong time, and now he's and now he's in the 80s, his childhood again, and hopefully he doesn't run into himself from the 80s and cause some sort of weird time paradox.
That's true. And David had some weird stuff that led him.
Oh yeah, his eye is a camera now.
His eye, yeah, he got turned into his camera. His eye is now a camera.
Yeah, his eye is now a camera, which is not great.
No, and directly visually to. I don't know, is it your left, your right? I don't actually know. All right, you're
next. Is it that way?
Next.
Like that way or that way?
Yeah, that way. That way. You're up.
My name is Jorien Hattink, and today I have the pleasure of playing Tuskin the Bruised, who is a demon that escaped hell, now plagued by nightmares. Also recently changed. Normally, they completely look purple, bruised, red, blues, and they have carved sigils in their skin that suddenly now are flooded with white. And we just don't know yet why and how. We'll see. But that's who I am playing today. And if you want to see art, join our Discord.
Yeah, I'll put a thing up because I know how to do that. They got dunked in the milk.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And swim in the milk.
Last but not least, we have
Renee. Hi, I will be playing Victor Price today, a scientist turned glass golem, because he kept burning himself and thought, well, my files don't burn. Let's make myself out of that same material.
Yeah, exactly. And so all of our characters, they are, as I said, they have been on the trail for a while now of the events that led to the death of another person, another 1001, a sentient otter named Bucky Snuffles. And sorry, there's like a mosquito right there. Hold on just a second.
First it's
Kill it,
ants.
kill it,
Oh, look,
kill
Now
it,
it's
kill it, kill it.
Okay, he went away. And they've no
Kill
ants.
it.
We've been good for ants. Anyway, so as they have been searching through it, they wound up in Indiana of all places, and then they wound up in another place for a while where they met a really tall angel. And the tall angel sent them back in time when they finally landed, and so they've been dealing with that. Currently, they are on the trail of Bucky Snuffles' father when he is also an otter, when he is a younger man and has been kidnapped. And that has brought them to the demon Marzaran. The demon.
You almost said marzipan, didn't you?
Marzipan.
I almost said marzipan. That has brought them to the demon Marzaran, a prince of the night market, the midnight market, the goblin market, if you will. Marzaran is a very tall demon. I think I clocked him in at like 18 feet or something like that when we were talking. And he didn't really care for the three of you for a while, until David took out his phone and gave it to him, and then his tongue, which has an eye
was it.
on the end, right? He's got
I had to give up my smartphone.
He's got no eyes, or it has no eye. They whatever it's the demon. Just like Tuscan plays everything, so does Marzaran, But the way that you guys know that it is really powerful is that the more horns, the hornier a demon is, the more powerful it is. So Tuscan's got 2 horns, and Marzaran's got 5 horns. So, and when last we left off, it leaned back in its big chair and was like, "Let's make a deal, because we haven't gotten exactly what you want from it. But now that it has a cell phone and has looked it over, it is willing."
David really just fucked the modern timeline now.
No way, man. It's gonna use it to get ahead for all you. Yeah, it's gonna use it for money.
Exactly. Our timelines now is fucked because I did the butterfly effect thing.
Or it's fucked because you did this.
Right.
No, that's what I said. Yeah, it's fucked because I did this.
But we maybe our timeline already had you in the past.
That was what I was trying to insinuate.
Yeah.
Stable time loop fuck shittery that David is too dumb to understand.
Yeah. Also, we did warn Marzaran, who I will forever struggle with not calling them Marzipan.
It is my fault.
We did warn them for the stock market crash.
No. The thing is, they said they were going to orchestrate that stock market crash. So remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They turned out to be actually responsible for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
But at least now they know that their plan will work.
Yep. And if you remember, it's sitting in this giant open kimono, right? It's got this silk robe, and it's leaning back in a chair. So let's pick up right there. I think it was just boobies, babies. What do you want? Let's make a deal.
Oh.
Bubbies,
babies. Oh, okay. I heard something.
Yeah,
else
I'm right there with you. My brain is also in the gutter again.
The demon called us boobies.
Also,
did he mean the body part, or did he mean the bird?
At risk of getting my brain even further in the gutter, is the kimono displayed open until the belt, or
You haven't seen below the desk yet. Just so you
excuse me, I need to go and bleach my brain.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
It's got you see
so
it
we
open,
just see the deepest V-neck
deepest
leading
V.
somewhere.
Yeah. It hasn't stood up yet.
Okay, gotcha.
No horror checks for demon crotch yet.
Horror checks?
Well,
anyway.
For David's
or horny checks.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
So there you
Um,
are, and you've managed to pull this off. So the question is, what are you hoping to get
Yeah, pull this off.
from it?
well, yeah. What are we going to get?
Oh.
I don't think Tuscan is the person that should
no.
talk here anyway, because
I don't know.
We went to him because we were interfering in his business. Was that it?
Well,
Yeah.
Yes.
well, the
we-
kidnapping could be seen as interference of its business because
Oh, okay, and the kidnapping of Daddy Snuffles.
exactly.
Oh, have we? Okay, wait. Refresh my memory, guys.
And
Have
we
we
were
told?
looking into that.
Yes.
Yeah, have we told the demon that we are supposed to go and rescue this guy because if he doesn't exist in our timeline, shit's fucked.
No, not yet. You haven't. You
No.
Not
haven't.
yet.
No, because we know that he had severe frustrations with the animal mafia. And that's why we were very cautious of not
Oh.
telling him yet. But now that he owes us a favor, maybe.
I mean, it's. I mean, David gave him his cell phone, so like, now it's a question of, like, do we want to tell him more about the future than what we already know? And then like use that as a sort of a justification of, okay, well, we need to save this guy because if we don't, if this guy isn't saved, the rest of our timeline me, you, me, them, you, shit could be fucked and
Or-
we will never know.
Or possibly
You know?
altered. Because have we
Yeah.
established whether or not Bucky was born by now?
Bucky has not been born yet. Bucky was only Bucky was only in his like mid 20s. So, and this is 85. So
you've been more like the early 2000s.
He's like
or something.
late 90s. Yeah, that's where he's.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. So you're still probably 20 years, or at least 15 years from Bucky being born. So
Yeah.
which is what you really need.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you want to tell the demon all that, or if you just.
I don't think we want to tell them everything. But we can say. We can say that the safety of the animal mafia, specifically at this point in time, has a severe impact on the stability of the timeline later on.
And we know that the animal mafia in the present controls the night market.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They don't control the night.
Oh no,
market.
they hang out with at the aquarium.
Yeah, the princes still control the night market. The princes still.
Wait.
And yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm confusing events. Never mind. Ignore me.
Right, King Otter, who was the head of the animal mafia, is not Bucky Snuffles' dad. Bucky Snuffles' dad, if you remember, as you all were walking.
Yeah, and King Otter was also missing in our time, right?
Right. Yeah, you all haven't actually looked into that at all.
No.
Not yet.
Nope.
But his but Bucky Snuffles' dad is the one that's missing. That's who
currently, yes.
If...
And if you all remember, as you were walking through the night market, which was not as nice in a nice location, one of you did all that research with people and discovered that Snuffles had been buying up all of the place for in the night market. And there was there was this plan of grand, and you know that in the future Snuffles controls is the landlord of a lot of the major places in the night market. So you definitely know that. And so it's the that's pre that. So the connection to these.
So it actually has impact on the prince's well-being.
Yes.
In our timeline, which is more relevant for him.
Yes.
And I still think that Tuscan is very hesitant on speaking out in any form. Not just because they will be very impulsive about what they say, but also because Tuscan only has 2 horns, if I remember correctly.
Yep, only 2. Oh, what? Oh, what happened? Is Renee?
I'm
Renee's camera
completely
died.
fine. I just don't want to make all the viewers dizzy.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
He's setting up his camera in a different way.
Oh,
That's fine.
He'll be back. Anyway, we can keep on going.
Yeah. So, right. Remember, we ended with him being like, "What's the deal?"
is this what we're still trying to figure out?
David, our reluctant face of the crew, should say something there.
I know. I'm still out of character trying to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do.
He's just
So
it's just
should-
like frozen like
should-
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's on pause. Everything's on pause.
Yeah. I think if you just bring in like we know that is it Reginald Snuffles?
Yeah, I think it's Reginald, right? It's
Yeah, Reginald, because Constance is the mother of Reginald.
It's the mom. Yeah.
Reginald has been missing, and though we can, due to timeline issues, not say specifically what will happen, we know that if Reginald is not found, the future of the entire night market is in danger. Therefore, also your position as a prince.
Okay. Then I think David's gonna say, "Look, sir, we need to rescue Reginald Snuffles because his whole existence, if it gets cut short here, it severely fucks up the rest of the timeline down the line. Things that happen in the future require him to be alive, and so we need to go and rescue him. Otherwise, I'm fucked, my friends are fucked, you're fucked, everybody's fucked.
And not in a good way.
Oh,
And not in a good way, no.
he looks
Like
he
this
looks
is
disappointing in
some this is some like severe mess of the timeline, mess of the consequence. You get the consequences, and it's all bad kind of deal, sir. And I mean, I don't say this lightly.
That does sound like a bad deal. So what is you're looking for me?
We need your help in locating Reginald Snuffles
Oh.
because he is integral to the safety of our timeline. If we don't rescue him, if we don't rescue him, all of this, and David sort of gestures to just like the room, him and everyone in the room. This doesn't happen. This will not continue.
Well, so oh god. I should have named him something. It's something else.
He's almost called him Marzipan
I
again, didn't
did.
you? He's just a dessert now. He's made of sugar.
Marzipan.
Marzaran. Yeah.
Friends call them marzipan.
Yeah. So
Sugar, honey, and
Marzaran
almond meal.
pushes itself up. You see now that it's got a little bit of a pot belly, just a little one.
Is it like taller than David, or is it taller than Victor?
and Tuscan? Oh yeah, it's about 18 feet tall.
Jesus Christ.
The desk was huge. It's wearing it is wearing boxers that match the kimono, like the same pattern, and it just says, "Okay, well, let's talk about what this is. So you want my help?" And then it picks up the phone with its fingers, and this definitely goes a long way. And then it puts the little phone back down and goes, "Lucky for you, I was already looking for Reginald. You are right; he is integral to my business. Follow me." And it starts walking towards these like side doors in the room, and come on, and it keeps moving. And it waves.
Yeah.
And so
David follows. David definitely
Same.
follows.
It gets to the two doors, and you didn't see that there are these like you thought they were statues, but they're gargoyles. And they open the door. This guy doesn't open doors. But he does go door before the door, like seconds before the door.
Yeah.
And then the
Amazing.
door opens and walks through. You go down a hallway. It yells door again. The door opens by the same thing. These gargoyles. and you get to this room. It smells like an abattoir. Like it's just this like terrible rotting.
I'm so glad I don't have my sense of
Yes.
smell in the same way.
Victor, you're perfect here. Yep, you don't get it.
David and Tuscan. No, David regrets everything. I don't know about Tuscan, but David regrets everything.
Yep.
Smells like nightmares. Smells like home.
Yep.
David just does this like.
Yep.
Respectfully.
What's interesting though, it's also like pretty humid in there. So while you don't get the smell, Victor, your face fogs up. So you got to be like this.
Just like little like. You know those like
Good
squeegee
shift.
things.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
you know those like those squeegee things that used to like clean like glass
Yeah.
walls in your bathroom. It's like.
Yep. But yeah, it's this very sort of wet meat, rotting, decomposing smell. And
I don't like this.
nope. And this room, this is a circular room, and there is one of those and there's big pillars covered in runes and writings and demon script, etc. And there is a small pool. Well, not small, but it's like a hot tub sized roiling mass of blood and body parts and flesh and teeth and stuff. There is a very tiny one-horned demon, like several one-horned little imps that are bringing in baskets of body parts and blood, and they're just like dumping it into the pool. And
Not so babies.
I want to know where this comes from.
I would have loved that there was one horned demon that was more unicorn shaped.
Yeah, that's perfect. That works for me 100%. Yep, just coming in, just boop, like a horse face, just boop. Yep. But coming
Probably has something stuck on it. Doesn't
Yeah.
notice, like a finger or some shit.
But rising out of this pool is one of those old-fashioned stock market ticker tape machines that like tick 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 that
What do those
gives
look like?
information. It's under like one of those glass like cloches basically, and it's just feeding
Yeah.
paper.
Oh, one of those things. Okay.
Yeah, and it goes over and it says, "What you guys doing? Everything all right?"
He goes over and says, "What you guys do?"
No. And he says, "All right, let's make some magic."
It's one of those things, right? That I put in chat. But on, like,
that's
giant- but, like,
yes,
giant.
that's exactly right. That's exactly what
Okay.
it is.
Cool.
So let's make a roll and see what he does, because he is casting some magic. Oh, that is an Orpheus die. It doesn't have numbers. God damn it.
Whoops! Wrong game, Ben. Wrong game. We're not doing Queensmouth.
I'm gonna spend one of my pennies to do better. Oh no! All right.
That's sounds
Ben.
worse.
Question.
Yeah.
Hey Ben. Question.
Yeah.
Would I be able to use an occult roll to figure out what spell he's casting?
You could probably try. You could give it a look to see what it's.
I'll give it a good old fashioned like a college try.
You're welcome to give it a good old
Because
fashioned
it's a
college try.
because my occult is at a D8, and not just a D6 like all of my other fucking skills.
Can I roll a faith to check the same thing?
Sure. You're welcome to figure out what it's trying to do.
What the fuck happened to my finger? Okay, well, that exploded.
Okay.
Five.
My finger.
With one explosion.
8. 6 and a 2. 8.
A 6. No, not together. It's one or the
No.
other.
As in I know as in like I got a 6.
Oh,
And then I
exploded.
reroll, and then it exploded, and I got a 2. Yeah,
Okay, so an 8.
yeah, because my D8 got a 6. I think at this point also there's like a pen-sized welt on like the side of David's face from where he got slapped.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
who slapped you? Oh,
Marzaran.
Marzaran, right?
Yes.
Used its magic, right? I had forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Take that.
David sassed it and got what he deserved.
David sassed it and got what you deserve. Yep.
It sounds like the story of David's life.
Yeah, it does.
Also, yes.
You cover one war. One war.
No, don't restart right now. Remind me tomorrow.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I got a pop.
Oh,
No,
no.
I got a pop up.
Windows, no.
I got a pop up that was like, "Hey, there's an update available. Do you want it?" And I was like, "No, I don't." It is using very easily. You can tell that it is using divination. That's what it's using.
Interesting.
Which is it can contact entities and spirits to get a question answered. It is an incredibly powerful spell. But because I rolled a critical failure on its divination roll.
Oh no.
Which actually is thematically pretty appropriate. So it's going through it, it's looking, and then the ticker tape in its hand bursts into flame, like this black inky flame, and the glass cloche around the actual machine cracks pretty violently, and Marzaram is like thrown back a few steps, and it just goes, "Motherfucker!" And it's like puts one of its fingers in its mouth. God, duh.
What happened,
Oh, God.
sir?
It looks at you and it says, "This isn't good, babies. This isn't good. Something big, something powerful, something rivaling me itself has taken this Reginald.
Me itself.
Okay, well, that immediately sounds way more ominous. That's not good.
It looks at it, just says, "We're talking." It says, "Yeah, I was able to sort of got something. We're talking the we're talking like there's an area of Baltimore that has a bunch of sort of by the docks, right? Because Baltimore has a pretty big harbor, but there are also a number of like what's the word I'm thinking of? Like abandoned facilities, as it has become less of an important harbor over times. Warehouses and stuff. It says I like managed to figure it out, but the moment I got closer, mother, that fucking smarts, God. And it just says, "We're talking. So it's gonna be a minute before I like clean this shit up." And it snaps, and all the tiny one-horned imps come out and clean this fucking shit up. Get me more blood, and a new glass, and something to eat, preferably, I don't know, in a 50-something banker. And it says, someone's making moves against me and I don't like it. Now, so because of this, if you all manage to take care of this for me, I will owe you all something. But I can't apparently take full action against it.
That sounds wonderful and terrible.
The ducks. Sorry, I can't be more. Help.
The docks is as good enough a good enough location as any, sir. I think we best be on our way. If we need to solve this problem, we better do it quick. Otherwise, shit's fucked.
Shit is fucked, my dude. I understand. And then like as you there's like one of the imps starts bringing out like just this like naked struggling like I don't know like fat banker who's like all I did was take from the SEC. I'm sorry. And he's like, "Shut up, snack.
You tried.
Shut up,
Yeah.
snack." And then he's just like,
Go.
yeah,
He's just trying. He was trying to not pay his taxes.
yeah. And so yeah, as you leave, you just hear like the terrible crunching sound and eating of
David
meth.
just does this. He's like, la 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 la. I'm gonna walk
Yep.
away. Pretend
Yeah,
it doesn't-
let's leave them to eat in silence and in privacy and
Fine.
let's go. Bye.
So that's what you got. That's what you got.
Yay.
I think once David and the group are like well and clear of the
Yeah,
whatever building they're in.
Right, you were in. Remember, back up the elevator, back through the market, etc.
Yep.
Yeah.
So on the.
I think David will just like get Tuscan and Victor to walk with him back towards like the Baltimore base.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of as they're walking, he'll say, a powerful demon prince like him owing us a favor, not that bad. Especially if you're able to figure out a way back to the future without his help. We can call on that favor when we get back to the present.
Yeah. And much better than the Fae, because the demons are a lot of things, but they are not deceptive.
That's what I gathered. You're all demons. You are. Most of you, not you, Tuscan. Most of them are pretty bad, but at least you are honorable. At least y'all are honorable. Like you make a
Is
deal, you
that
stick to
right?
it. Generally
I mean,
speaking, yes.
I mean, I will not be advocating making a deal with the Fae, but as deceptive as they are at least known to speak the truth, even if it is deceptively.
Yeah, well, see, you don't get to a place that Marzaran sits in without also being an honest and honorable person, even if you're dealing with
Honorable,
literally
not
the lives
honest.
of the lives of like an entire city. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it everywhere. This is like very typical mafia boss kind of deal. I think I covered a story on this back in New York like a couple of years ago, or I think a couple of years. Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
So somewhere between now and then.
Yeah, I think it was like one of the story that got me really like interested in reporting on like the horrible shit in the world and getting it changed.
Yeah. Demons, I understand, but with Fae, I always seem to promise things that I don't remember promising.
I don't know too much about that. All I know is like Marzaran back there. He handles he hold on a second. I need to quickly look up a movie. Okay. He acts like he acts like the Godfather back there. You don't cross him, he won't cross you, that sort of deal.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing
that's kind of honorable.
Yeah, that kind of honorable,
Here. Like, logical. Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, and like we conduct business. He's a bit in essence, like crime bosses like that. They are essentially just businessmen, except their business is in lives and in money and in guns and drugs and all of that other stuff. So, if we can cut a good deal, we can cut a good deal. He's that sort of guy. I figure he's that sort of person. He's Vito Corleone. Have y'all never watched Godfather? Yes? No?
Yes. I haven't read it though.
Both
Tuskin's like,
Tuskin and
"Arr!"
myself, have not watched The Godfather.
Oh, it's so good. It's
I
a
know.
really good
Like,
movie.
it's been on the list for years.
Mhm.
Right above Fight Club. Anyway,
I have opinions on Fight Club, but
we're not going into
We're
this.
not
Is not
talking
the
about
Fight
that.
Club
Oh,
stream.
dear.
no. All right, so
Do you have opinions about Fight Club or about the interpretations of Fight Club?
oh God. All right, we're not getting this right.
No!
We'll tell you during break.
Break.
So, or when we come back, break when I'm allowed my one union digression. My union delegate required.
You're a union mandated digression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About Fight Club per stream.
So, what's the plan now? Are you if the other thing you remember is in 24 hours, Morrison Lemire is going to show up.
Oh yeah.
Also, you have poor Professor Shelley. You left him with 4 glasses of tea that none of you drank. Because you asked for tea and then you let.
Oh, right, we didn't drink the tea.
And then you had this like great idea. You're like, let's go to the night bar. You laughed, and he was just like, hello.
Oops! You better drink that tea than like put it in like a were microwaves around? Yeah, microwaves are around.
Microwaves are around. Oh, I learned about the origin of microwaves, but I gotta tell you about them now.
I don't think we are going to go back to Professor Shelley just yet because I don't think we have that on our mind.
No, the
like Shelley has that on his mind, and you and us now, but I don't think in character we would think
and
about
maybe
that
at some
all.
point David might realize he's a bit thirsty.
Yeah, he's just sitting looking at the 4 mugs that are ice cold, going, one is the loneliest summer that you have, right? Like just like singing songs, like
lonely.
Well, we gotta go back to the.
I'm so lonely.
Yeah.
No,
we gotta go
that
back
song
there now.
cannot exist yet.
You gotta go back there now.
No.
No, we are going to the docks, is what we said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Just me and my shadow.
Soon there will be noise
Christ.
complaints.
Yeah. So you all. So let's see. So you decide to go there. It's not far. Like the thing about Baltimore.
Just checking. Were we going to take a break?
No, not yet. Right?
We're almost at an hour. So why don't we describe So I want to do the docs. We'll do some like looking rolls, and then we'll take our break as we get ready.
Yeah.
So
ready for what?
We don't know yet. Even Ben doesn't know.
I actually, one of the few times Ben hadn't known. No.
He's prepared for this eventuality, as he has all the 14 million others. Marvel reference.
So you all are. It doesn't take long to get to the docks, the harbor, the Baltimore harbor. There are 2 different areas of the harbor. There is the area of. Actually, I need to look something up real quick. Let me look something up real quick. When did this thing come around? Oh, cool. That's all. So there's an area where so in the early 1980s, Baltimore had this huge push for urban renewal, and so they rebuilt all this huge portion of the Baltimore harbor, including the aquarium, which is one of the best aquariums around. I love the Baltimore Aquarium. And at this, even though it's like 100, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to get to digression. It's so expensive. But it's only been open 4 years at this point. So there's a lot of new builds. There's there's some real touristy areas. And then further towards the bay and the sea, you actually have where the ships come in. So there's a pretty clear demarcation, like touristy area, where all these people are, and then like the warehouses and shipyards, etc. There's also a decommissioned like destroyer, like boat, like for the Navy that's sitting around there. It's and so as you all go there, there is a there's that stuff. So it's that sort of place. So I would like you all to make me a
Notice.
Yeah, it's probably a notice roll. And to kind of look around, see what you can find. I would also accept a. Let me look if you all wanted. I would also accept a. I'm just looking at the whole list of skills. I would also accept a. I'm trying to think. I'd also accept an intimidation roll if you all wanted to like bust some skulls.
Nope.
Or
Just notice.
just notice.
Just notice.
But I
fine.
can roll a higher die,
yeah.
and I have a +2 on intimidation.
You could do
Well,
that.
I mean,
And
yeah,
also,
you
I'm a
can do that.
demon, so I'm going to have a problem here anyway.
And I would also
Yes.
accept a thievery roll. Like, even though
Yes, I'm
thievery
going
is
to roll
technically like
notice.
picking locks.
I'm
And
going
stuff.
to
have
roll
thievery. I don't have
intimidation.
thievery.
Ben,
Yes.
remind me.
Benny.
If both my dice came up a 1, I'm not allowed to use a Benny, and it's a critical fail, right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Okay.
Oh,
So
sorry.
that's what happened.
Oh no.
I really need to roll well. Come on.
Come on, big number. I'm gonna Benny
Benny.
this.
I've gone through both of my bennies now.
Well, you start with 3.
You start with 3.
Why did I start with 2? Okay, I still have 1 Benny.
That one exploded.
I still have not exploded.
I've got a 14 on my notice.
Oh, wow.
I have a 6,
Okay.
which is a 4 + 2 because I get a +2 bonus.
Right. So you succeed and you exploded and you got a critical failure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is what happens. Tell me about, do you all stick together? Do you split up? To sort of figure out
I
things
think
out?
we start by sticking together.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah.
David goes into like his investigative journalist mode, where after they stick together for a bit, he sort of even it takes like probably like 10-15 minutes, and then Victor and Tuscan realize, wait a minute, where's David gone? And David's off somewhere else, just like observing dock workers. Click.
Following his intuition.
Yeah. The usual.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and-
he's in work mode now.
Yeah, and Tuscan, with a you got a 6.
Yeah.
I think between a combination of you and David, you two managed to subtly rattle some heads, subtly managed to talk to some people. David, you are keeping an eye out on like comings and goings and whatnot, where people aren't going, where there isn't activity, so that which of these big hangars are not actually in use. But both of you do it in such a way that it comes across as what's the word I'm thinking of? Subtle. No, that's not the word. As it comes across as like genuine questioning, as opposed to like, "Hey everyone, we're here to find a dude. Hey bad guys, we're here." You know what I mean? Whereas Victor, I don't think you have been played in such a way that you are a particularly subtle. Like, subtlety's not your forte.
Clomp, clomp, clomp.
Yes, both mine and Victor's.
And so you, like, I think at some point just like snatch a dude up, or you're like, hello.
But I rolled notice, not intimidation.
Oh, right. So you rolled notice. Okay, that's fair. So you are pretty oblivious to the point wherein I think there's a moment where the three of you are spread out. You're all sort of doing your thing. You're in the same general area, but Victor, you wander.
We can't keep track of each other.
Right. And there is a moment where you are suddenly surrounded by 3 people. And you have just wandered into them, and they look human. You're pretty certain that they're human. But they are big. A couple of them sport tattoos that are of various alchemical things, like right on their neck, like a Neptune symbol, and like another one's got like the lead to gold symbol, and they but all of them have chains and bats in their hand. There are 3 of them, and they're like, you and there's one guy in particular, big, bald, an arrow is tattooed on his head, leading to like a fiery eyeball.
Okay.
Here. He's not the Avatar, but it's sort of like, yeah.
That series hasn't even come into syndication
Yeah.
yet. It's too early.
It's not that sort of arrow, but it's like a scriptish arrow of like Celtic knots and stuff that points to a fiery.
Hey, right. Yeah.
And he's like, so, you and your friends are looking for something. Well, I'm afraid I must say, it's time for you all to fuck off. And that's where we're going to end for our pause. Let's take a break. We'll be back in
I'm gonna go
in a minute.
I'm gonna go get some more water.
Be right back.
I'm gonna get some more water. I'm gonna refill.
And we are back for this. So I actually know. So you two are no. So because this was based on a critical failure, here's what I'm going to say. The first round of fighting, Tuscan and David cannot join. Because this was based on and then you're going to hear the fighting, and then you'll be there. All right? Does that work? And I'm only doing this because it is based on a critical failure. So, so you see these 3 guys, tattooed hunks of men, and I don't mean like attractive hunks. I mean just like meat dudes.
Yeah.
Chunks of
blobs.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe if you beat them up, definitely chunks of men. And they are standing in front of you, and they've like, maybe you guys should go home.
That's what they said.
So, or I'm going to. I'll give you a chance to respond as they say, maybe you should go home. How are you going to?
If only it were that easy.
Oh.
It seems pretty easy to me. So you
And actually, to that, Victor will laugh. He will laugh in his face.
Oh, that doesn't all right.
Because he knows it's not easy.
All right, fair enough. Well, laughing in his face, the 3 of them. So, Victor, you get a king. So as combat gets, they're going to swing, and they get a queen. So you go first you're laughing in this guy's face, and he's furious, and the 3 of them start to come at
and
you.
I noticed that they will attack me.
Yes, they are gearing up to hit you real hard. So
Okay.
how are you going?
In that case, I suppose we are in melee range.
We are certainly in melee range. That is what
Yeah.
they have. They have melee, actually.
Yeah, that means I'm going to use my bank stick,
Okay.
or one of my bank sticks, and I will hit the guy who was talking.
All right. Go ahead and make your roll.
Let me see.
So that's fighting against
Yeah.
his parry.
Yeah. And the toughness is for damage. Yeah.
Toughness is for damage. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's a 9.
All right. So you beat his parry, but not by a raise. So you don't get to roll an extra damage. So go ahead and give me the damage roll.
That's a damage of 9.
All right. So he is shaken, but not wounded.
Third.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
So what does it look like when you go to like jab him, but you don't actually like hurt him?
I think I grabbed one of the sticks off my back,
Mhm.
and I tried to do it a bit too smoothly. So in one movement, I will try to bring it down on him, and because he's wary of me, he knows. So he starts dodging, but I managed to scrape his arm, so his arm is a bit hurt. And the loud bang sends him. It makes him a bit dizzy.
Okay, great. That's awesome. So
yeah. So that was my turn.
yep. So the dude so they're kind of in a triangle. So one guy's coming from one side. He's gonna come. Oh no, they just have this. So one dude comes running in. What's your parry?
My parry is 3.
Okay, so that hits him. And what's your toughness?
12.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh right, I forgot. It's like
I'm wearing my armor.
it's so much. So that's a strength plus. And the strength is at the. Oh, that's not. I need.
For the new viewers, Victor wears a motorcycling suit, which gives him quite a lot of toughness.
All right, so the one dude comes in. But I get. Oh no! So one dude comes running in, and he's got a crowbar, and he lands a square one against your back, a pretty square hit. But you're not feeling it. He doesn't break your toughness, but you are shaken. The next one.
No, Ben. It's going
right.
to be like this.
Okay.
I have been hit by an attack.
Right.
I'm going to use my card. My card is better you than me.
Oh no.
Play when your hero has been hit by an attack, and there's another character within 5 feet.
Oh no.
The other character suffers the attack instead. This may be played on for friend or foe.
Great.
All right. So tell me what it looks like when he goes to slam you in the back of the head, and you don't.
When he grabs his crowbar, there's a bit of a clank in his hand, and that makes me duck instinctively. And he swings at my head, which is pretty high up, misses me by inches, and then cannot check his swing, and hits his buddy that's next to me.
Okay, so this other buddy was coming from the other direction, and you come swinging down, and you just, and he misses. It's a crazy wild attack, and he brings it down on his buddy, who, because of the damage, actually gets past his toughness, and he brings his buddy down to his knees. So the one attacker, not the one that you hit, actually takes the full crowbar to the face, nose broken, top 2 teeth come popping out, and he drops to the ground screaming. But the other dude, the guy right in front of you, he seems
the one that I hit.
The one that you hit, yeah. You see his veins in his neck sort of come out a little bit. He bulks up a little. There is definitely almost a black, red, purple ichor that is coming through his veins as he swells up a little bit. And he's going to make a wild attack. And what a wild attack is he gets +2 to his attack and +2 to his damage. But next turn, anything made against him is also at +2 because he becomes vulnerable. And so he's going to swing hard. That's not what I wanted, so I'm going to use one of my bennies. That's also, I'm going to use one more Benny. I don't hit you. So he, in his anger, whiffs big time, and doesn't meet your parry at all. I rolled pretty low. Unfortunately, I rolled 2 1s in a row. All right, Tuscan, David, you're hearing this stuff. You come running over. You see this big dude, and let's make a roll. So, Victor, you're at a 5. Tuscan, you're at a queen. And David, you're at a 7. And the dude.
Just realized my microphone is muted this whole time.
And the dude is at an 8.
Oh well.
So it's
or
gonna
at least last minute.
It's going to go Tuscan, the dudes, David, Victor. Tuscan, what do you see? Oh, wait, yeah, go ahead. I mean, what are you doing?
I was to say, yes, what do I see?
So you see Victor sort of piled on by these 2 guys.
Yeah. And would you say, like, I am now close to Victor, right?
Yeah,
Is David also already close?
David's a little bit behind you because you have a faster speed, like you have a bit higher pace. So, you sort of it takes place in this alley between these two things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Then I'm going to. Yeah, no, fuck it. I'm going to also play my card because it was last stand. And it is a little bit overpowered. So it says your hero and all allies within 5 feet gain +2 parry and toughness until the next Joker is dealt.
Oh wow!
So we all have +2. If I counted correctly, we all have +2 parry and +2 toughness.
Yep. Let's make it real hard to hurt you cats.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
And I'm going to flavor that as well. Tuscan came here intimidating, in an intimidating fashion. So, I think Tuscan just draws a little bit more attention, is a little bit more distracting, and therefore, they are not able to punch as hard, as they would like. And then Tuscan's nature really comes into play. So the impulsive, but also the impulsive protector, and a little ruthless. So he's going to, in coming over, see this person on top of the
Victor.
Yeah, Victor. For some reason I've switched up Victor and David in my head. So he's going to run over and just bull rush this person off, or at least try to bull rush this person off.
Okay, give me a roll.
Is that a battle roll?
It's a fighting roll.
Yay! Make a battle roll. Well, a fighting roll in this case. That's better because I have a D8.
in fighting.
Oh yeah, no, that's a battle. That's battle tactics. Is the other one.
Yeah.
I rolled a 7.
Up, you beat his parry, so you get you land.
So yeah, I rush him and then.
So roll me some damage.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, what do I roll for normal damage?
It's D6 plus your strength die.
Okay, just 1d6 or 2d6.
So, well, what's your strength? Is your strength D6?
Oh, it's your strength die.
It's
Okay,
your
gotcha.
strength die plus another
no,
D6.
Yeah, my strength is a d8, so.
So it's D8 plus D6 for damage.
I maxed out on my d8.
Nice.
So that one exploded, and I got a 5.
Okay.
So that's a
Do those
13.
dice also explode?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Damage dice explode.
Okay.
Every dice explodes.
So you swing in, and what
At 13.
or 13. What does it look like when you put this dude down?
Well, it's one chunk of meat against against another chunk of meat, and they just shove together. They shove against a wall, and I think Tuskin manages to turn it in such a way that the meat blob is in between Tuskin and the wall. Therefore, the meat blob needs to catch a 6'11" person made out of pure muscle, and then some more muscle, which is quite heavy.
Right. And were you attacking the guy with the tattoo of the?
It was the
arrow?
guy that was basically
Yeah.
on top of Victor.
Yeah. So you take that dude right. You just get him right in the side with your shoulder.
Right.
You lift him up. He's heavy and dense, and you feel it. And he goes right into the side, and there's this like dull whom.
I mean, this guy just got basically hit by a truck.
Yeah.
You've been hit
So much.
Think about the truck scene or the school bus scene from Mean Girls, and then replace the school bus by Tuskin.
You just Regina Georged him.
Regina Georged him, yes.
And the other dude who had. Oh wait, so wait, you swung that guy. Okay, so the dude who missed with his crowbar and slammed his buddy in the face with the crowbar. He looks at the three of you. There's a demon there now. There's a glass golem that he didn't meet, and
just the guy with the camera.
And there's like a dude. But David, you are in the like mouth of this alley. And he takes off running towards you, and he's gonna try to get away. But
I'm gonna clothesline him.
But as
David's gonna try and clothesline him.
As he's running to get away, he's going to try to like shove you real hard out of his way. So I'm going to make an attack.
Oh, what a
roll,
bitch!
He's doing basically the same thing to you that Victor did that Tuskin did to his
that
buddy.
Tuskin did to the other guy.
Just sort of like try to, but his goal is not to take you down. His goal is just to get you. What's your parry, by the way? 3, 4.
Not great.
All
Just
right,
a 4.
I'm gonna roll one more. I'm gonna use my last Benny. Ugh, he doesn't even hit you. This D8 sucks. I rolled double ones before. No, he didn't fail. I rolled double ones before and a 2 and a 3 this time. Blarf. So yeah, he doesn't get you. You don't get out of the way, or he doesn't hit you. But he is gonna try. But he is he's in like hand range of you. If you wanted to try something on him.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna try and clothesline him.
All right, give me a fighting roll.
It's not great. Yep. So I need my D4. I'm a Benny that. Because David isn't great at fighting, if you all haven't noticed.
What?
I go one more.
Face.
One more Benny. Okay, that exploded. Cool. 5.
You don't meet his parry. You go for
Damn it.
both of you. Just like whoop, you're sort of just missed.
I suppose it's like the guy sort of sees David as he's in the alleyway.
Mhm.
It sort of like tries to shoulder check him, and because David's holding like the camera in both hands, he's like, "Oh shit! I need to drop the camera with like the strap around his neck."
Mhm.
So like he drops it, tries to like just sort of like grab the guy, and just sort of like grabs the coattails and kind of
Yeah.
as the guy just sort of runs off, he gets the
You try
the
to
clothes
grab
is sort
his
of yanked out of
leather
his hands.
jacket, and he sort of
Yeah.
moves.
And it slips out of his hands, because leather.
Yep. And
that
so
works.
so you have these two relatively unconscious people. Well, one guy is definitely just like bleeding from the mouth and the nose, but the guy you hit, Tuscan, has left a very large body dent in the side of the thing, but he's gross. He's not like out. He's sort of on the ground.
Yeah.
Victor,
But that
Victor, you wanna say-
Are we out of initiative, by the way?
We're out of initiative. The one dude,
Okay.
one dude split, and the other two you guys took out. And Victor, do you have anything quippy you
one
want to say
split.
to the guy? I feel like there's something like he like, got up in your grill and was like, "I bet you should go home."
Give him like an Arnold Schwarzenegger one-liner or something. I lied.
So yeah.
Like a Commando. I love Commando. It's such
Yeah.
a stupid movie, but it's such a good movie. Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you?
David is gonna look at the rest of his crew, and he's gonna like sort of jerk a thumb over his back to look to point at the guy that's running away and go, "Oh, we should probably take care of that before he goes and warns his friends."
I get the picture. You take it.
Sure. I can stay with these two and make sure they don't
No, what I
cause
was
any trouble.
trying to insinuate, is that David can paralyze people with his camera or something.
Yeah, no, but like he's already like gotten away,
Well, he's
getting
running
away.
Yeah. But what's the?
Yeah, so like
but-
if he's not facing like the camera flash, it doesn't work.
But you have a power, right? I'm not gonna like. Don't you have confusion? Didn't you take?
Yeah, I took confusion. Confusion's the
Right. I'm not
with
going
the,
to like.
with the bright camera.
I'm just saying that I probably wouldn't like just because it's a magical.
His back is
flash.
turned?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Oh,
like,
okay. Well, I
remove-
mean, if you
I'm
put
not
if you
gonna-
put it that way, then sure, I'll use
I'm not gonna remove
confusion.
your power just because his back is.
Someone's
changed.
not facing. Yeah,
But you still have to roll to make it work. Is all.
yeah. I'll use confusion. So it works off of my arcane background.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna roll these dice, which is unfortunate because my weird science it's not exactly high. Oh, I don't have any more betties. That's a 4.
Okay. Well, it goes off. So like a. 4
Okay, so I
or 4.
spend 1 power point.
Mhm.
Range. Its range is my smarts, which is a D10. Does
Right.
is he will he be in range?
Well, it's 10. So 10. It's 10 squares, but each square is 5
Oh.
feet. So.
Oh, okay. So it'll be like 50 feet.
It'd be like 50.
Yeah,
I would
my-
see at
my
this
damage.
point he's still in 50 feet. Making him both distracted and vulnerable.
Distracted and vulnerable until the end of his turn.
Right. So, you see, so because of 4, you see the flash. It's not like because it's like a magic flash at this point. It's not like you like it. I think of it as more as like a body encompassing flash, like you.
Or it comes out of his eye now. Just
Right, and I think
Yep.
it gets in there, and so you see him like stumble, and I'm gonna make a -2.
I David is just a non-lethal version of Cyclops now.
Yeah.
Yep. Except he's got-
Not sure how to feel about this.
I'm gonna make a -2 athletics check to see if he stays up.
I just kind of want to like imagine that like David like gets he doesn't manage to stop the guy that's going past him, but then David just sort of yells out like, "Hey!" and as the guy turns around, flash.
Loop. And so I
100%.
rolled a 1 because that's apparently all I can roll today. And what happens is he he turns back, he gets the flash, he starts to he loses his footing. He hits a trash can that has on it printed on its side "Keep Baltimore clean," and he goes straight over it and just hits the ground.
He's in the dumpster now.
Yeah, well, he's not in a dumpster. He just it caught him on the hip and he went right over it.
Oh,
it's spilled on the ground.
The trash just goes everywhere.
He's spilled on the ground. Yes, trash is everywhere. And so, and he's moaning, but he's not unconscious in the way that the others are. So he's on the ground, and trying to pick himself up.
I think. Can David sort of run over to the guy that tripped and fell on the ground and just sort of oh, I don't know, kick its teeth in?
I mean, if you want to kick his teeth, you can kick him.
Or I think a more prudent option would be to go.
Wait, hold on.
Would
because you just flashed him. So what about, does Tuscan or Victor want to come in as this guy is on the ground?
Well,
that was what I was gonna say. The other thing that I was gonna suggest was David will do the flash thing and then
bull rush one of them. I can probably bull rush another.
Yeah, then David will look at Tuscan and Victor and be like, go get it.
That was my plan.
Yeah.
Can I just do that? Are we out of?
Yeah, we're out of combat.
I was just wondering.
I don't need to make a roll. Although he does, as you come running over, he's lifts his hand. He's like, listen, I give, man. I'm just in this for the money.
Tuscan doesn't stop. Just
I don't think Tuscan would really stop unless you tell Tuscan to stop. Because of loyalty, but also because of impulsive behavior.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
ruthless.
If David is gonna if David hears this, and David will go, wait, Tuscan, wait, just
and it's midway through his run, is
yeah, you get that cartoon thing where you're feet bounce.
Oh,
and
look.
Doot.
There's a clods of dirt just building up, and Tuscan's really
100%. That's what happens.
And David goes, yeah, no, don't clobber him, just bring him over here. Got a couple of questions.
Scoop.
I'll
quite
just
literally bringing the person over.
Yeah, don't worry, Tuscan. We just need to ask him a few questions, and then you can knock his lights out.
Yep. He says, listen.
Hey.
I was just told that if anyone came searching around here, that we were just supposed to keep them away. That's all we were supposed to do.
Yeah, you didn't really do a good job of that, now did you? Who told you? Who paid you and all that crap?
Why don't you give me either presence or intimidation check at +2?
Can I support that with intimidation, no matter what?
You certainly can.
Could I do persuasion?
Yeah.
Because
persuasion or persuasion.
Because my logic is David isn't being threatening.
No.
David just sort of he's gonna squat down next to them and be like, just tell us. And
hey man, tell me about it. Yeah.
David and I are going to do the good cop, bad cop thing again.
David is always
I rolled
the good
a 10.
Okay.
I rolled a 10.
I feel like David actually wants to know as well.
Right.
Yeah, David actually wants to know.
Interested.
And Tuscan just wants to break his fingers. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, Tuscan is just annoyed. That's it.
So
there's
David,
not really anything else.
You get to roll persuasion at +4.
+4, you say?
Because A, you just beat up his friends, and B, Tuscan rolled with a raise. So you have.
They beat up his friends, not me.
Well, but I think what also will help is that David is the one who called Tuscan to a halt.
Yes.
He actually is interested in that guy's well-being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way.
I would like to point out that this particular dice exploded twice.
Okay.
Nice.
So I have a 17 to start, and you gave me a +4, so that's 21.
Jesus. Okay, and he just breaks down at a 21. He's like, "Listen, I don't want to be hurt. He's like, we've done some stuff with you all types before, but this is but he's like, Bruno over there. Bruno was getting some kicks from someone. Listen, I just want to go back to boosting cars. That's all I want to do. I don't need to be involved with you weirdos and your eyeballs and your magic.
Listen to me, buddy. Listen to me. Okay, just calm down. Everything's gonna be fine. You can go back to boosting cars or whatever criminal shit that you do in your spare time. I don't care. All I want to know is who hired you, and where they and which warehouse are you being paid to guard?
And he points out. He goes, "It's just that one over there." And he's 214. Like, I'm sorry. Like, he's like, don't eat me, please. Please don't eat me or do whatever.
I'm not. I'm not gonna eat you, man. I'm not gonna eat you.
No, don't let your friend eat me.
Tuscan is just there laughing in the background, knowing full well that Tuscan has been on a vegetarian diet for fucking years.
I just want to imagine, I just want to imagine the camera is mostly pointing at David, and like when the guy says, "Don't let your friends eat me," the camera sort of shifts to see Tuscan behind David, just grinning like shark teeth and everything.
Yeah.
He's like, "Please."
And
he says,
I think David continues. Okay, no, dude, chill, relax. Okay, relax. We're not gonna hurt you. Okay, you said 214, right?
Yeah.
How many more people are there?
He says, there are a few of us. I don't know, maybe half a dozen. He goes, and the guy, and that whatever, that talking rat or whatever it is. I don't know.
The talking rat, is that the guy who paid you?
No, that's like the thing that we took. The big water rat or whatever it is. I don't know, ferret, badger.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't.
So the person that paid you
does he mean otter?
Yeah, an otter. That's what it is. The person who
paid you so the person that paid you not here.
No,
right?
Oh no, it's there, all right.
It's it.
He's like, is
it? Are they at 214?
I mean, last I saw it was there. He goes, big dude, real scarred up, but he had these like floppy rabbit ears. I don't even know what he is.
David reaches over, like sort of pats the guy on the shoulder and go, okay, that's enough. All right. So here's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna go back to your boss and tell them that you got beaten up by an old dude and his buddies. Okay? You're gonna take your friends here, these two numbskulls, get the guy that's bleeding to a hospital. You tell him that he had a work accident, tripped and fell and cracked his jaw on a corner of a crate, and go on home. This business isn't for you. Just clean up your act and go get a real job.
And that, kids, is why you don't do drugs or like whatever. Like, and he's like,
but also,
it's an infomercial from the 80s.
Yeah.
Did he just say some guy? I don't know what it is with floppy ears.
Yes, he did.
I'm not sure whether Tuscan was already around, so I don't know whether we have a problem.
I mean, like
we'll
Tuscan would have been like here.
Tuscan was right there. Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's like. Oh no. Okay.
Talking about a puka.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume we were talking about the puka. Just that. Would Tuscan have encountered said puka like already, like at this time of year?
Oh yeah.
Or...
I don't think so, but we'll see.
Okay.
But we'll see. I mean, but David's gonna let the poor guy go, like grab his buddies and just like vamoose.
Well, he doesn't pick up Bruno. He leaves Bruno on the ground because
is Bruno the guy that's bleeding?
No, Bruno is the guy that got pasted into the wall.
Oh,
Bruno was the guy with the tattoo and with the arrow tattoo.
The weirdo.
And we'll never talk about Bruno ever again.
Oh, damn it!
I haven't watched that movie.
That
you named it Bruno. I mean,
it was the first name
fault.
that came from. Yeah, we don't talk. He goes home. We don't talk about Bruno anymore. No.
David just at that David just sort of like puts his hands on his hips, looks at the both of them, and goes, "I don't think he realizes that's going to be in a movie in like our time, right? He doesn't like.
Yeah. No.
You know,
and
I don't think so. No.
Okay, cool.
No.
And we'll just let him go. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about Big Fat and Ugly here? And he just points to the unconscious guy slumped next to the wall.
To Bruno, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We are on camera probably, so.
I think we should probably tie him up just in case he wakes up. Just in case he won't come back to bother us again.
Sure.
Wrists, wrists,
Yeah,
ankles,
wrists,
and mouth.
elbows, ankle. Yes, all of them. But truss him up like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah, you like take his belt off and you like tie his legs together, and you take his jacket off and you use it to bind his hands to his legs. And you kind of stow him behind a crate or two.
Oh no! Put him in the bottom. Put him in the bottom of the trash, the upended trash can. That the guy.
Yeah,
just like.
You slide him into the trash can. All right. So, let's. Hold on.
What's up? We're doing next, good sir.
Um.
I'm assuming we're probably all gonna go to like 214.
214.
Right?
Yeah. We're not gonna let you go alone.
You're never gonna give me up.
Nope. Never going to let you down.
You're never gonna run around and hurt me.
Well, I don't think so.
He's
It goes
putting out a
against my
new album in October 3rd. Have you guys seen that?
What?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
What?
I put a link to a new single he released literally 3 days ago, in the music chat in the Orpheus fan server.
Oh wow.
He was at Glastonbury.
Yeah, he was at Glastonbury this year too.
Did you just call
Rickrolled-
it Glastonbury?
What is it? Bury?
Glastonbury.
Glastonbury.
All right, I'm old.
Glastonbury.
Don't worry, Ben. You're also not like British.
Bury.
So don't worry.
Glastonbury. All right. So here's what
Glastonbury.
I would like.
But-
How are you all going to approach 214?
Good question. We can try and do it stealthily, but I also somehow feel like they would already know that we are coming.
I would suggest stealth still, because even though they might know we're coming, they don't know how many, because the guy that we beat up isn't going to go back and tattletale to his
They don't know
bosses.
through what entrance.
Mhm.
Fair.
They don't know through what entrance.
Correct. So they'll be on guard, maybe, but I would suggest like
They will
quiet.
have heard some of the altercation.
Yeah, they probably have, like the
Oh.
trash can going.
Oh, it's far enough away that they probably, if we're going to be honest, he pointed
Oh,
well
okay,
down the
okay.
dock. You weren't outside of
Oh.
214.
Okay.
His job,
Oh,
cat's jobs were to
Yeah.
keep people from getting close to the act, like dissuade them. So they actually probably haven't heard, if we're going to be honest. They may know that
So
someone
I think we will. I think we will approach stealthily and listen in for. I mean, they took a person. There might be sounds from that.
Mhm.
Question, Ben.
Yes.
Would it be
Uh,
reasonable to us? Oh, sorry,
Wait,
go on.
hold on. Don't. Go ahead, Renee.
Oh, go
finish
on.
up.
Oh
No,
no,
I was going to ask something like
that's
non-specific.
fine.
So you go ahead.
Oh, I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
Oh,
I
I'm so
had
sorry.
a train of thought actually.
I did
That's all
realize. I'm
right.
so sorry.
Don't worry about
I
it.
was because I
No,
was just
don't
gonna
worry
ask
about it,
Ben.
really.
In the 1980s, would there be like walkie-talkies?
Yeah.
Those existed during the 80s, right?
Yeah. Walkie-talkies have existed for a long time.
When were
I
walkie-talkies?
had them as a toy in the 80s.
Yeah. Me. Oh man, did I ever? Man, you hit that. You put them so close together, and they squeak, and then your parents yell at you because of the weird.
Oh yeah,
screeching
the
sound.
patent the patent first came out in 1935. Okay, so yeah, no, yeah, walkie-talkies is for fucking age. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, so would the people that we just sort of beat up, would they have walkie-talkies
Oh my god.
or like radios?
All right. I'll roll a die. High, they have like Radio Shack walkie-talkies.
I'm so
Low, they
sorry I'm
don't.
making you do this. No, I'm not sorry.
They do not have
And
walkie-talkies.
this is the
Damn
first time you don't roll a one.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I rolled it. I rolled a 2. I'm gonna get rid of this die. This die
Consign it to dice jail.
goes in dice jail.
Yeah.
Dice jail.
Yeah.
Put it in water, set it in a full moonlight. etc.
Would have been funny. Would have been funny if Ben just sort of fucking turned around and yeeted the dice out his window.
Yeet. Throw it at my kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Throw it at you. Uh-oh.
I'm not doing anything.
Eh.
Oops.
They've been
Throw the dice, hit the kid.
They have been they've been calmly playing video games this whole day. So
Yeah.
It is good on them. Good on
Yeah.
them.
Very well behaved.
yeah. All right. So they don't have walkie-talkies.
Dang it.
So we can
Oh,
just stealth in and knock them out?
If you
No, as in the guys that we just beat up don't have walkie-talkies, so we're gonna have to sneak
Yeah.
up anyway. I was hoping that if they had walkie-talkies, we could just have one of them and be like, as we get close, we're just gonna check to see whether they're checking in. Because if they
Right.
don't check in, then something's wrong. So
Yeah.
Yeah, judging by Bruno and his buddies, this didn't they don't seem like an elite military team of
they're not
dudes.
professionals, basically.
No.
They were hired bruisers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me that roll. Let's hear some
Uh,
stealth rolls.
Some stealth rolls. Oh, yeah, I already
Oh.
grabbed my dice.
Stealth is not my strong suit. Fuck.
Well, I
don't
rolled
have
a
any
4,
more-
so that's good enough.
Yep.
and I don't have any more bennies.
What did you roll, DJ?
3.
Oh, you failed.
Betty.
And
I kick a can by accident. Well, fuck that, I guess. These dice are going into dice jail. I've got no more bennies.
My best result was a 3.
okay.
Oh boy.
So Tuscan,
well.
you
Yeah.
with your success, your actual success.
Yeah.
You, the other two are you blend
Fucking
in.
bumbling idiot.
I always think it's funny that you are 6'11", but you're also very good in the shadows.
Very light on my feet.
Very light on your feet. So you manage to remain relatively in the back. I think you managed to go off to one side and remain in the shadows. Victor and David, you're just a little more loud. You're not terrible. You're not. It's but you don't. It's just your footsteps may not. You don't know. They're just a little clunkier. But there is a it is a pretty typical storage facility. There is a large door that is closed, double hangar-esque door that you could bring shipping crates through. There are a number of forklifts, etc., kind of parked out front. There's a door on the side that for people to enter through. Then on that's one side, it's the side towards the street. There is also another on the other side of the building. So the side closer to you has a sort of a regular door to enter. Then on the front of the building, you have these big industrial sized doors. And then on the other side, you have a fire escape that goes to a second floor, and that's where all the windows are. The ground floor is windowless, and it's probably to the door to the fire escape probably is to it's a 15-foot fire escape, because these buildings tend to have really big ground floors and then sort of catwalk offices, and so that's where you are. And I think that is where we're going to call it today, as you all stand outside this building and wait to see what comes next. So,
Ooh.
ooh, child, things are not gonna get easier.
DMCA.
So thanks for people for listening. We've got a nice little game in. We've set it up. We beat up some dudes. I always appreciate the three of you playing with me. It's one of the high points of my day.
Thank you.
It really is. I know people like probably say that to the people who play with them. Like every time I'm listening to one of those games where it's like, "Thanks for playing," and they're just like strangers. I'm like, do these people? I mean, I'm sure they do actually appreciate them, but like when I play with you all, it really is such a high point of my day. Like I love you guys. You're like some of my favorite people. So let's extra ourselves. Outros, extroverts. Um, and let's talk about where we can be found, whom we are, etc. So we will start in reverse order. Please, Renee, tell us who we are.
Yes, I've been Renee. I can be heard on the Applied Materials podcast run by DJ. And on the socials, I can be found on at Quarian_NL on the Twitter, because I will be calling it that still. And I will be and I can be found at Quarian on Blue Sky, which is new and improved Twitter.
Not evil
Yeah.
Twitter. Not evil Twitter.
Not evil Twitter. Yeah.
It's the good twin. It's the good twin.
It's the good twin. It's the child.
Ah.
It's the second child that didn't get messed up like a pancake. There's like a saying, like in parenting.
So basically, it's
what a fucking
the Marcella Baratheon. Like
Yes.
Joffrey was the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are making Game of Thrones references.
I guess so. Yeah.
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 All
never watched
right,
it.
your reign of the You know what's funny now that your hair is purple? Your hair is like the bruised. You have the
Yeah.
bruised hair. I love it.
Yeah.
How do you
My
bruise your
hair matches my character now. Yeah, so you can also find me on the Applied Materials podcast, where I play Sashi Kush, a little bit more of a face character there, and a full-on bitch. I also play a variety of characters on the Bolt Crew RPG podcast, as well as hosting or helping to host the Orpheus Protocol convention every year. Having published my own system, but the easiest way to find all of that, including my Blue Sky, including my Twitter account, is to just go to Linktree and then add my name behind it. And then you will find all of the links to all of the things that I do.
Nice. Also, you wrote your own one-page game.
I did.
Your clown game. Don't forget your clown game. So
I did mention my clown game. That was the game that I published.
I know.
But you didn't mention it by name.
But you also said.
Oh, clown! The name of the game is called Clowning Around, and with October coming up, the perfect system to have an easy game of clown horror or clown love, whatever suits your style better.
Both are terrifying. Clown horror and clown love. I don't.
Clown love horror.
I don't need to see that stuff. So, DJ, please, DJ, you're up.
I mean, if I wanted to be my character, I'd have to turn into a 50-something-year-old Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and also not be Asian. You can find me at DJ Atomica Plays. I'm just about everywhere: Twitter, Blue Sky, Twitch, YouTube. I am that handle everywhere. I'm the host of Applied Materials as well. You can find that at Applied Materials. I think it's Applied Material at Applied Materials, or is it at fuck? I can't remember.
I hope it's not at fuck.
No, it's
Like,
at Applied Mats on Twitter.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not on Blue Sky. We'll get there eventually. But what else do I do? Yeah, but I think that's about it, really.
Man,
and I also help out with the Orpheus Con every year. I didn't get to do that last year, but I can do it this year.
Can you be at fuck? Is that like an okay that can't be an okay
I have
handle.
no idea.
That's probably not okay handle. And I'm Ben Hatton. I'm the GM. I'm not on social media anymore, although I may go to Blue Sky now that it's the good twin. But you can find me on the Discord. I put the link there up in the chat. You can find me on other Discords. You could send me an email at I think it's libernovusgame@gmail.com. because people do that.
Ding, ding, you've got mail.
And maybe I'll open a P.O. box someday when people send me letters, because that's how I really like to communicate. Letter.
Wonderful. I'd love that.
Yeah. Maybe I should open a P.O. No, wait, hold on. Never mind.
Not yet. Not yet.
I love playing with all of you. You're all great people. Thank you for spending your breakfast time with us. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely day. And